All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Take Two Pod with Mom and Dad. I'm Dad.
And I'm Mom.
The kids are asleep and nestled in their comfy little beds.
They've been asleep for a while, honestly. We're recording this one pretty late.
That's all right. The later, the scarier.
It was a pretty good night. Little man was at Grandma's tonight, so it was just me and the little lady. We had a girls' night.
Yeah, I dropped him off there because I had a few things I had to take care of. So he had a blast, and Grandma had a blast too. So it's always nice to be able to do that.
Oh, thank God we have your mom nearby, because she really takes a lot of the toddler load off of our plates.
I know. So, sometimes it's nice to have that extra hand. I know a lot of people don't have that luxury, so we're very lucky.
Yeah, sometimes on weekends we just drop them there for a couple hours, and it makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anyways, not a big drama night. Pretty drama-free with the kids. So
yeah, I'd say so.
Let's get on with the show, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll, Mom. It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.
This week we're talking about Insidious. Very, very spooky this week. Released in 2010. Directed by James Wan, written by Leigh Whannell, and starring Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, and Ty Simpkins.
Don't forget Lynn Shaye. She's a huge part of this series.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The overall series is really revolves around her in the later movies.
Yeah, she's fucking legend in this movie. So yeah, like you said, Ty Simpkins plays Dalton. He plays the young boy. James Wan and Leigh Whannell tag team. Those guys are known for their horror movies, and honestly, they're legends now in the horror genre.
And they're really like peanut butter and jelly in the horror scene. They go really well together.
I agree. So the synopsis of Insidious. The story centers on a married couple whose boy mysteriously enters a comatose state and becomes a vessel for a variety of demonic entities in an astral plane. Yo.
Do 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 do.
That's Lost. That's a Lost theme, but it goes well because this movie is friggin' scary, and honestly, this is a fucking legendary movie. I'm not even gonna it's so good. Box office, $1.5 million budget, and it made $100 million in the box office. So it fucking it's made 100 times its money, which is crazy.
It's crazy how low budget it is, considering it has really big actors in it.
Well, if you think about it, it's set in homes mainly. There's no real other shots. There's only one other scene outside where it's like a hospital, but it's just a hallway. And then there's a scene in the school, in the classroom. So that's pretty low budget.
And in the further, they pretty much only use practical effects. There's not very much CGI involved.
Yeah, it's really well done. Like they have this, like this is Blumhouse, right? So they have this now down to a formula. Low budget movie, high return. Low budget movie, high return. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. But when and where did you watch this, Mom? First time.
So it's funny. When Dad and I first started dating, we talked about whether or not we liked horror movies. And I said that, yes, I do like horror movies. And honestly, since being with you, my love for horror movies has grown. But somewhere in that first or second year that we were together, we were talking about the scariest movies we had ever seen.
Yeah.
And I told you the scariest movie I had ever seen at that point was The Conjuring.
Oh, yeah. We saw that separately.
Yeah, because we were together when that first came out, but I had gone camping that year. We left the campsite, we went to see Conjuring, and then we went back to the campsite and everyone was too scared to sleep. But I said Conjuring. You said the scariest movie you'd ever seen was Insidious.
That's funny.
And I said, I've never seen it. And you said, there's a scene in this movie that's so scary I can't even describe it, where a guy is sitting at a dining room table talking to people, and this face shows up behind him, and I can't even describe the face because it's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
It's fucking terrifying. The Darth Maul demon, lipstick demon.
And we watched it, but the funny thing is we had already seen Insidious 2 together at that point.
Yeah.
Because we went to the drive-in.
which was also terrifying.
Because we had the windows rolled down and it was a summer night that was a little bit cold.
Yeah, it was a cooler summer night, end of summer. No, it wasn't end of summer. It was beginning of summer. Ooh.
Yeah, it was early. It was early in the summer.
I had like a weird burp sound that came
reset?
up. No, it's fine.
It was early in the summer. We had the windows down.
Yeah.
And the movie started and was starting getting into it.
It was pitch black at the drive-in.
Yeah, and we got so freaked out we had to roll the windows up and lock the doors.
It was the opening credits started, and it had that iconic violin screaming sound that the violins make, and it said Insidious Chapter 2. And we both looked at each other and were like, let's roll the windows up. Like it was freezing cold, and just the sound of the movie just scared the living crap out of us. So
yeah, it was freaky. And in watching this movie this time too, it's very spooky. It really gives you the chills and freaks you out, and it stays with you.
If you love horror movies, this movie is fucking amazing. It's phenomenal.
This is one of the scariest movies ever.
I think so too. It is one of the scariest movies of all time. Modern day, you take it back like 30, 40 years. You want to compare it to the classics. It's just so well done. It's not perfect. It's a horror movie, but it's so friggin' good.
It is. So anyway, very long story short, I had already seen the second one. We talked about the first one and you were like, you have to see it.
Yeah.
So we watched it and it was so freaky and I was freaked out. And then ever since then, it's just always been like on our list of movies to watch if we want to really be freaked out, and we've watched it many times together.
If we need a good scare, or if we have a guest that comes and visits and we want to watch a wicked movie in the basement to take advantage of the sound and the big screen, we're like, oh, have you seen Insidious? And if they say no, or if you've seen Conjuring, because they go hand in hand.
Yeah, a Conjuring episode is definitely going to happen.
Same
don't worry.
Director, James Wan, but if they've said no to any one of those, we're watching it, and it's never a disappointment. It's always scaring everyone.
But what's your first time, Dad?
So my first time watching Insidious, I was alone in my bedroom, and it was the middle of the afternoon, and I was on my bed, and I had it on a laptop. So I had it with a laptop, like maybe a 15-inch laptop, and some really good headphones. And I'm just sitting in my bed watching it, like I think I had a snack or something. It was daylight, but I scared the shit out of myself. I was scared out of my mind because
this movie doesn't mess around.
It does not mess around. If you put headphones on and you're listening to it, like watching it on a small screen, you could be on an airplane watching this movie with headphones. It's still gonna freak you out.
That would be freaky, actually, watching it on an airplane.
The one scene in particular that you mentioned that I was telling you about, like I couldn't describe, that scene, watching it by myself on a laptop for the first time, I think I threw my laptop across the room. Like I jumped.
What's wrong with you? Why would you watch this by yourself? That's just torture.
I'm fucking gangster like that, man. It's so good. It's so
you can't watch
scary.
this. You can't watch any horror movie alone. You have to watch it with someone.
No, I've watched some horror movies alone. Even the ones that aren't scary, you watch them alone, and they spook you out a little bit. But
yeah,
watching a horror movie alone is like raw dogging a flight without headphones. You're just staring at the seat in front of you. It's that level.
What a terrible comparison.
So one night, you weren't here, but you were on a girls' trip. I never told you this. I was here by myself, and I watched Insidious by myself in the basement.
Before we had kids?
Before we had kids.
Get fucked.
Yeah. I was terrified. But I was like chip committed.
How did you sleep that night?
Listen, I never told you this. Because I didn't want to scare you, but I got up to leave the basement. So I go up the stairs and the movie's done.
It's and you heard the crackling sound?
No. Worse. It's like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something. The movie's done. So I turn to my right, and our back window with the living room. Mm-hmm. The curtain was a little bit open, and you can see the bottom of the window. And my mind put the long-haired demon face guy, the one that's hanging outside Rose Byrne's room, and I was like, why the fuck did I just do this to myself? So
calls the police, 911. Yes, hello. I watched Insidious by myself.
I think there's a fucking long-haired demon fiend outside my room. No, seriously. I went up. I turned the lights off. I went upstairs, tried to like get it out of my mind, and I fucking went and laid down. I don't know what I was thinking, why I did that. But
I can't believe you choosing that movie to watch by yourself.
Sometimes you just want to shit yourself, like no laxatives required. Just put Insidious, put Conjuring.
I have never watched Insidious or Conjuring by myself, and I never will. The scariest movie I ever watched by myself was Sinister.
Thug life. You gotta live the thug life sometimes.
No, dude.
So, why do you love or hate this movie?
I mean, we've kind of already said this. We both love this movie because it's so scary, and we love it. We really love a good horror movie.
Yeah.
So I like it that it's scary, and I like that it still can scare the shit out of me.
It's 16 years old now, and
I've seen it at least 10 times.
I know, and it's still terrifying.
And we watched it, and it was still really scary.
I know.
The tension, the jump scares still gets you.
Everything about this movie is terrifying, and one of my favorite things about this is that it put a halt to the torture porn era. It just stopped it in its tracks.
I have something about that, because, cultural impact.
Which is oddly enough started by James Wan and Leigh Whannell, with Saw. Aside from Hostel, they started Saw, and they're like the first Saw movie was a masterpiece, and that was almost, I think the budget for that was like $500,000. And it made so much, and they made 11 sequels.
That's what I'm saying. Like these guys are real talent.
The scares of this Insidious still are rock solid. It's unsettling. Like the whole movie, from the opening credits, it's so eerie and unsettling.
Yeah.
I remember one time we watched it. I think it was Halloween, and we hadn't watched it in years, so we put it on, and just the opening scene where it zooms into the mirror in the bathroom.
Oh,
we both looked at each other like, nope. I think we turned it off. I think we were just like, nah.
Did we?
I think so. We're like, let's try this tomorrow. Like, we were fucking not happening. It was not happening.
Yeah, you have to want to be terrified to watch it.
For some reason, it was ultra scary that night. But yeah, I love this movie. I would put a poster in the basement, but I'm afraid that the red-faced demon's gonna come and be like,
yeah, we don't want to invite that shit in.
Yeah.
So let's get into the segments.
Sure.
So, do you want to go first for cringiest moments?
Yeah, it's a horror movie. It's pretty clean in terms of cringiness.
Yeah, there's not a lot of cringe. I had a hard time.
The only one, honestly, is the CGI shot of the lipstick demon climbing the walls in the third act. Kind of takes you out of the movie for a minute. Also, like, it's super unnecessary. I don't know why they kept it in, because the CGI is really bad. He's like climbing the side of the wall in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, why is that there? Like, it's the practical effects of the demon, like in the costume, is fucking really good. Why is there a CGI version?
Yeah.
Especially if your budget's low.
It's adding some urgency of Dalton getting back to his body, which is why they did that.
Sure.
Because like there had to be like something preventing him from getting back to his body,
yeah,
but it was weird and it was unnecessary.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would like, honestly, if they redid this as a director's cut or something. I mean, I know James Wan has a lot of control over his movies. Yeah. But that I would redo with new CGI, or I would just remove it.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
So for me, the cringiest moment is actually the demon nail filing. It feels very cartoonish that this terrifying demon is sitting up in his little sewing room filing his nails.
It's freaky though.
He's like, "You wait right here, little boy. I'm gonna go get my nails done." Like this movie turns into RuPaul's Drag Race for a minute with this fucking demon.
Darth Maul's Drag Race.
Darth Maul's Drag Race. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense that he's.
Do you understand why I'm calling him Darth Maul?
Yeah, because his face is like.
Yeah,
Darth
he looks
Maul.
like Darth Maul.
He does look like Darth Maul.
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
He does look like Darth Maul.
Underrated Star Wars movie, by the way.
In addition to that, I'm not going to call it cringy, but
sure.
Specs and Tucker are a little bit
corny.
Yeah,
but it's awesome.
The first half of this movie is like very scary and suspenseful, and then Specs and Tucker show up, and I thought they were trying to like add some comic relief to relieve some of the intense tension with them bickering while they're investigating the haunting.
Yeah, but
it clashes with the rest of the film. Elise being warm and friendly works well because she's like a light in the darkness.
Yeah.
But the two of them coming in, bickering and fumbling around, it just makes them seem unprofessional. It makes them seem like they don't know what they're doing. So as a viewer, I lose confidence in them. I'm like, do these dumbasses know what they're doing?
Well, the thing is, it's ghost hunting. There's no like instruction manual for it. I liked it. I thought it brought a little bit of levity, but you know what? It didn't take me out of the movie. I've watched it dozens and dozens of times.
It doesn't take me out
they're in
either.
it. I forget they're in it every time.
It clashes with the tone of the movie a little bit.
I guess, but the tone kind of changes near the end.
It does. The second half of this movie is very
but every
different
time
than
they
the first
appear,
half.
I'm like, oh yeah, these guys are in it, and I'm pleasantly like, I'm happy because it's actually
I don't dislike
an
them.
entertaining part of the movie.
Yeah, I don't dislike them, but it is interesting.
Okay, you won't like what I have to say later, but anyways.
No, I like them. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it necessarily is cringy, but it's a tone change that's a kind of jarring.
Yeah, there's no real comedy up until then in the movie. It's pretty straightforward.
It does need some relief at that point, though, because
well, that's the thing.
It's getting fucked up.
This movie's like it's full tension the whole time.
It's just like my kid's in a coma and our lives are miserable. It sucks.
Okay, what's the most iconic scene? What do you got?
So I like when Elise explains, it's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.
Your son isn't in a coma. Falling off a ladder had nothing to do with this. His physical body is here, but his spiritual body is not. And the reason these disturbances, they followed you to a new home, is because it's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.
Yeah,
like gives you chills.
Yeah, that whole section of that movie is great.
Yeah, she's like she comes in, speaks to Dalton. She looks at the roof. She's like, he's got hooves for feet.
Oh yeah, was he describing it in the ceiling? Oh fuck, that's scary.
Blood red face, blood red hooves for feet.
Okay.
It's freaky.
You're freaking me out. Stop it.
It's freaky when she looks up in the corner.
Yeah.
And just that whole scene, because finally someone is telling them what's wrong with their son. They've seen a bunch of doctors, bunch of nurses. Nobody can explain.
Yeah.
Elise is like, he's astral projecting. I mean, as a parent, I'd be like, shut the fuck up and get out of my house. But as a viewer of the movie, I'm like, finally somebody. I don't know,
man. Like, there's some stuff that happens in this movie, and you're just like, oh, what would you do as a parent? But anyway, for me, the most iconic scene, it was a tough pick because there's so many good scenes in this movie that stick to your brain. Like the one where the demon guy is standing behind Patrick Wilson. Like
I'm literally getting chills just talking about it.
And then there's a little crackling sound every time that he's near. And then it cuts to Patrick Wilson and he's there. Yeah. But my most iconic for me is Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Yeah, that fucking whole scene is very unsettling.
When Renee's walking through the house?
Yeah, because they just moved. They're like, okay, we're cool. Let's move on. We don't know what's going to happen.
We escaped this haunted house.
She's walking through the house. It's a steady cam shot. And James Wan is a master at doing this. And a lot of new directors are doing this with their horror movies. There's not a wide shot, but there's a lot of open doors and windows in the background for the audience to like, look, you're hunting. As an audience member, you're watching, and it's not just the actor. You're seeing the actor, but you're seeing 3 open doors, and you're seeing a window. You're seeing a picture, so you're hunting for stuff. And
if you watch carefully,
you see a fucking little boy in a cheese cutter hat in the corner facing the wall, like Blair Witch style, and you're like,
not moving.
You're like, ugh, and then that's exactly the sound I made, and then it keeps walking. She keeps walking. She goes out to throw the trash. One of her songs is playing, like on a record, I think. And then as she's throwing the trash out, the camera's following her out the window, and you hear the record scratch. And then Tiptoe Through the Tulips plays, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And then it cuts like to the record player, and you see this same boy. He's fucking dancing. He's tap dancing in front of it.
And she sees him through the window and she's like, what the fuck is that?
That whole sequence to me is the most iconic because that song is ruined. That was a cute little song for kids. And now it's destroyed for a whole generation. Nobody's playing that anywhere. If you hear that song in your home, you're fucking running.
One time,
Yes.
I was working from home.
Yeah. You gonna tell the story?
And I was pregnant.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much, Dick. And I am upstairs. My office was upstairs. And I hear that song blasting in the house. And I walk into the upstairs hallway and I'm like, somebody's broken in. Somebody's broken in, and they turned on the Alexa for some reason. And then I realized it was that fucking song.
Oh, yeah.
And I just hear tiptoe through the window, through the... So I lean over the banister and I go, Alexa, stop. And then it fucking turns on again. And I knew it was Dad pranking me.
So, yeah, I scared the living shit out of you. I tried to anyway. I was at work, and I'm like, you can control Alexa from your phone. So if you want to do a prank on your partner, just listen up. You can control Alexa from your phone. And what I did was I played on Spotify, played that song and had it play through the Alexa in the house.
And you turned the Alexa up to fucking like 9.
I turned it up all the way to 10. And I had we have a little security camera, and I was watching, and I could hear the music playing, and then I heard you shout from upstairs. And then I played it again, and then you called me.
Yeah, because I realized it was you after I was super freaked out.
But it was broad daylight. And also, you were home alone. You didn't mention that. Like, that's scary, bro.
Yeah, fuck you. I was home by myself working from home, and then I heard that shit blasting, and I was like, what?
Hey, I don't know. I just got the idea. I'm like, yo, we gotta scare you.
Don't fucking do that.
All right. But yeah, that's my favorite. That's my most iconic moment in that movie.
That was almost my pick, but I really like Elise and like her supernatural gift, so I wanted to talk about her.
Okay, you got quotes?
Yeah, so I have Josh Lambert seeing the picture of the bride.
Yeah.
And he says, "Who is she?" And Elise says, "A parasite. She befriended your astral body and lured you into the further, just as Dalton has been."
Oof, I'm getting chills just hearing those. I know, I'm getting like
scared.
Leigh Whannell was a sick fuck. If he wrote the screenplay, he did write the screenplay for this.
Yeah, he did. He's really smart.
I got Lorraine here. I came today because last night, this is Patrick Wilson's mom.
Mm-hmm.
I came today because last night I had a dream about this place. I was in this house, but it was late at night. I was afraid. I went into your bedroom, but you were both asleep. I knew I was asleep in the dream, but I could feel that someone was awake in the house. Ew. I don't want to fucking finish this.
Ew, stop.
Yeah, I know. I went to Dalton's room, and there was something there with him.
It was standing there in the corner. I asked it, "Who are you?" And it said it was a visitor. I said, "What do you want?" It said Dalton.
I can still hear that voice. Ugh, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, and it points to him with its like long ass claws.
Oh my god, yeah.
That had just been sharpening.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know where you got that belt sander. Like, where did you get that?
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's cringy.
They got that in the further.
He's like the Grinch in that scene. He's like up on Mount Crumpet, sharpening his claws.
What else you got?
This is the first line of a joke, right? A guy comes home to find his wife with a priest.
Yeah, see that Patrick Wilson in this. He was really good. Also, Patrick Scream Daddy. What do you want to call him? Scream King. The guy is fucking in 2 of the biggest franchises in horror.
Yeah.
You know, like I hope he got residuals on these movies, man. Because he's the fucking Scream King.
Can you not call him a Scream Daddy? That's really fucking weird.
I don't know. I was just kidding. Daddy.
Scream King, not kinky enough. Scream Daddy.
Okay, I got the voice on the baby monitor.
Want it. Now!
Oh my God.
That
If I
scene
heard
is
that
so
shit
tense.
on our baby monitor,
I would kill myself.
I would just throw everything in the garbage, okay?
I would kill myself.
Just burn the house down
I
and
would
start
never
over.
put our baby in that room again
Just
after
burn
that
everything
shit.
down and start over tomorrow.
I'd be like, she's not going. She puts her baby back in that room after that. After
There's
she
a lot of
hears that in
things
there.
that this movie, like, anyway, I'll talk about it shortly, but like, there's some things, nitpicks I have for the movie, but go ahead. What's your next quote?
You may be a superhero, buddy, but you're not invincible. That's after Dalton falls because he likes to wear his little superhero cape.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah.
I have Tucker and Specs. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Words are worth 1,000 words too. When they're arguing about making a book about like their ghost hunting, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Now you're outside. Let my voice be your guide. Keep a steady stride. Into the further you go.
It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son. Fucking
Chills.
so sick. Because in every movie, you're always telling us, like, the audience, like, just fucking leave the house. Right? Like in Poltergeist. You're like, just move out. Just leave the house.
And they did
and
leave.
they did. And it came with
A lot of good
them.
it did.
It's fucking scary, man. It's really, really unsettling. But yeah, it doesn't have a lot of quotes, but, you know, some of them are pretty bomb.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like that quotable of a movie. It's more
Yeah.
so the story that takes you just on this emotional ride.
Yeah.
So classic or canceled, Dad?
This movie, like I said, it ruined a whimsical, innocent song for a whole group of people. The Tiny Tim song.
Yeah.
So that is, I mean, it's not canceled, but it's a classic. And this movie is compared to a lot of other classics like Poltergeist from 1982.
Oh, can I jump in? Because that was also my
Sure, yeah.
classic or canceled. So like Dad said, this movie is a landmark of modern horror and was able to cause dread and fear to viewers, which makes it a beloved classic.
Still does.
But there are a lot of people that call it a ripoff of Poltergeist because the similarities are uncanny. Both feature a young child being targeted by evil spirits, leading to a coma-like state, and both utilize a psychic medium to help the parents navigate the spiritual realm.
But that's like saying, okay, Jason and Freddy Krueger and like Michael Myers are all ripped-offs of each other.
Yeah,
You know?
I actually think they're wildly different.
Here's the thing.
Especially in the way that they're in the spiritual realm. Like the little girls in the TV, that's all we see of it. Dalton's in the further, and then we see the further. The Poltergeist doesn't do anything like
Here's
that.
the thing with horror movies, and a lot of people, like, horror movies don't get the respect that they deserve, but they're getting more and more respect now. Like, they're nominated for Oscars and stuff like that, getting more recognition. There are no original movies anymore. Okay? Everything is... it's a intellectual. It's a intellectual
remake,
property.
it's
an
a
IP of
book.
something. It's a remake. It's a book.
It's a comic book.
It's a comic book. It's a
Yeah.
remake of a friggin' remake of a superhero movie that happened 10 years ago. Horror movies, relatively, like, they're pretty original.
They're almost always
this
an
year-
original, unique story.
This year alone, this past year, we had so many good horror movies that were super original, like Weapons. Weapons is
so original.
It's so good, so original.
Yeah.
It's scary. Like, we were vibrating in the theater when we watched it in the seats. I was terrified.
Yeah, we'll have to do a pod on that because that hits really hard as a parent.
Weapons, Barbarian, same director. Barbarian, I was terrified.
Yeah, Barbarian's
It makes
really
you
good.
scared of your own basement.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Or
it's
going to an Airbnb.
It's unique. They really do take unique ideas, and it's, I think, probably the most creative people work
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
horror
It's the
realm.
only original genre remaining. Everything else is an adaptation or like a remake.
Well, that's not true. We do have people like Quentin Tarantino is one who try new
Sure.
things and are very creative.
No, but Quentin Tarantino releases one movie every like 10 years almost.
Yeah.
You know, Christopher Nolan does a movie every 4 or 5 years. His are mostly all original, but you know, everything else is just a rehash or a remake. Like
Yeah, you're
Devil's
right.
Wear Prada 2 just came out after 25 years. Like, that's not
Okay,
original.
first of all, it's Devil Wears Prada, not Devils Wear Prada.
Wow, they're kind
And that was highly anticipated because
Devils do wear Prada, if you think about it.
that was highly anticipated.
For 22 years, come on, stop.
Prada's not really a thing anymore, though. Nobody wears Prada anymore.
I mean, people wear it. It's really expensive. But anyway, this movie is a classic. It brought back the haunted house movie. It brought back true horror, and it led to so many other good horror movies now. Like, everything. Like James Wan, he did Conjuring after this. There's so many Insidious movies now. There's so many other horror movies. Lights Out, very similar style. Not James Wan, but fucking terrifying nonetheless.
Yeah, Lights Out was scary. But
know?
Insidious and Conjuring still for me
Yeah.
are the like top tier scariest horror movies I have ever seen.
And Mike Flanagan, Haunting of Hill House. He brought that horror into a show.
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan also did Oculus. He did a bunch of stuff. Like, this movie is a classic. It's iconic. It's the anchor that flipped the switch and said, okay, we're going back to real scary shit now. Enough with this. Enough with this fucking torture porn, Hostel 1, 2, 3. Just watching somebody get his leg cut off. And then, you know.
Yeah, it was hard for me to come up with anything for classic or canceled because it's very unproblematic as well. Like there's not a lot in this movie that you can sneeze at. It's
a classic.
It's very
it's all timer. And there's like how many are there now? There's Insidious 1, 2, 3, 4 the last key.
And then 5 the red door.
5 the red door, and then 6 is coming out this summer, this September.
Yeah, 6 is coming out
into
soon.
the further. Oh, finally! It took 6 movies for them to go into the further, because that's a big point of this podcast that I love about this movie. It's a whole different world that they kind of like they just touch on in the first few
that's what I'm
movies.
saying. It's so unique. This is the first movie I ever heard about astral projecting with. This is the first movie I've ever seen.
First movie that lets you see what is going on.
Yeah. Instead of letting it be a mystery. And it was a brilliant choice.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so let's move on to Party Like It's 2026.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think if this movie came out this year, we would see less of the demon. It would just be little glimpses of him. Because that always makes it more scary in horror movies.
Yeah.
They show him a little bit too much. It's still very scary.
Yeah.
But that demon by the end of the movie does lose a little bit of his
Less is more.
His prestige because you see him so much.
Less is more sometimes.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
He's not as scary by the end. And I think we would see more diversity in the cast. This is a very white movie. And that was very common in the 2010s, in the early 2010s. I think there would probably be at least a black character or an Asian character of some kind, at least one.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
If it came out this year.
Yeah.
And the movie's not that old, so the changes would be minor. Like, it's only 16 years old, so like technology is not really going to be that different. The family atmosphere and orientation is not going to be that different.
Yeah.
You could make this movie today and it would be fairly similar, I think.
It would be. There would be a few differences. I think Tucker and Specs would be like influencers. They would have like a live stream channel of their ghost hunting.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And they would have followers and stuff like that. Also, if this was made in 2026, I agree with you. There's a lot of things that would stay the same, but this movie would be way more depressing if it was made in 2026, which I don't like. Because one thing I didn't mention is when movies got more scary, there's this trend now of psychological trauma horror. And it works. Like Babadook, I think, was like the first major one.
I can't even watch Babadook again because it's so depressing.
So Babadook, Hereditary, what's that? Midsummer. These are movies that are really scary and creepy, but they're fucking depressing.
Yeah.
They're so sad. Like, they scare the shit out of you. Hereditary is terrifying.
I don't want to watch it again,
But
though,
it's
because
so
I don't want to
depressing.
see somebody scream crying on their floor because their child
I know.
died.
It's really depressing. And that's what a lot of movies have delved into. They get way too wrapped up into this psychological thing to, I guess, to get into the grief of the character and try to give us like more stakes with the characters. But what I appreciate about Insidious is that it rides a really fine line between old school classic horror where you don't really know the characters or care about them, and making us feel really bad for the family.
Yeah, you don't want to kill yourself because Dalton's in a coma.
James
it's
Wan,
sad, but it's not like I want to die because I'm so
like
sad.
in Paranormal, I didn't give a shit about these people. Like, they're just two idiots that lived in this house. Get the fuck out of the house.
What, in Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, like, it's a horror movie, right? And I'm just comparing we didn't really care about the characters.
That one gets depressing by the end too.
No, I know, but the whole movie, you don't really care. You just want to see what's going on. You're waiting for them to go to sleep, right? So you can get scared.
Okay.
In this movie, within the first 5 minutes, you you care about the mom, the dad, the kids, the little baby. Like, you care about these people. You know, she's sitting with her son going through a photo album. Everybody can relate to that. Even if you don't have kids,
Yeah.
everybody's looked at a photo album with their family. Everybody's moved. Moving is very stressful. Like, I was watching them and then they moved a second time and I was like,
Fuck that.
I was like, ugh, like, really?
I would literally rather die.
So I think James Wan's a masterclass because in this movie and in Conjuring, you really care about the characters.
Yeah, and it doesn't get so depressing.
And it's not fucking, you don't need Xanax or fucking Zoloft after because it's so depressing.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you're right about that. So if I was going to recast this movie,
Yeah.
I have a couple of cool ideas, I think.
Okay.
So for Josh, the dad, I want Adam Driver.
Okay.
I think he has like
For Patrick Wilson?
Yeah, I think he has a similar distant father vibe that Patrick Wilson brings to the role, but he's also unlikable because you can't be a beloved actor in this role because the character is very unlikable.
You think Adam Driver's unlikable?
Highly, yeah. I think he's off-putting.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it and I was like, it's really hard to cast a horror movie like this because Patrick Wilson gives dad vibes. Like, they look like a real couple in bed.
There's a lot of people that get dad vibes.
The chemistry they had between him and Rose Byrne, like they were in the bed. He was joking about like writing all your songs, write a song about me, and she's like, aren't they all about you?
They're all about you.
Yeah, you know, like it's just very, very nice and very realistic. I don't know who could be cast to have that chemistry, but also make you feel like you're not watching two superstars in a horror movie. You know what I mean? It's a very, very, you got to pick, the thing with horror movies, you got to pick actors that are not super famous because their fame will take you out of it.
I don't think Adam Driver's too famous for this role.
I mean, he was in Star Wars. He's pretty famous.
I don't think he's too famous for the role. And
He's kind of fell off
he,
now a little bit, I think. He's quieter now.
He played a dad in Marriage Story. He can play a dad.
Yeah.
And he can play an unlikable dad because he was like, I'm thinking of his character from that movie.
Okay.
Putting him in this movie, it's pretty similar.
It's so hard for me. Like, maybe because I've seen this movie so many times and Patrick Wilson's just like tattooed in my brain.
Patrick Wilson's perfect, but I mean, if we're recasting, I'm gonna put Adam Driver as the dad.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put Emilia Clarke,
Really?
Daenerys Targaryen, as the mom.
The Queen of Dragons or whatever her name is?
Yeah, because she's the right age for it
Sure.
now, and she's beautiful and British. I mean, Rose Byrne is Australian.
Yeah.
But I like putting somebody else that's also foreign but playing an American.
Yeah.
For Elise, I want Marissa Tomei.
Really?
Yeah,
She's not old enough.
She's 61.
Yeah, but Lynn Shaye is like, I think she's probably 70.
No, I think she's in her 60s as well. Marissa Tomei is just a very beautiful woman, but she has like the warm presence needed for the character while also having good range. Like, we've seen Marissa Tomei in dramas, in comedies. We've seen her playing
Spider-Man.
Yeah, we've seen her in Spider-Man. We've seen her in My Cousin Vinny. Like, she has range.
Yeah, she does. She's a really good actor, but
and she's getting older now, so she could play roles like this now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me. Lynn Shaye to me is perfect.
She is,
it's
but
really,
we're recasting here.
It's tough to recast this one for me.
And then I just have two more. I recast Specs and Tucker as well.
Yeah.
And this is kind of crazy, but I want Dan Levy.
Okay.
As Specs, Eugene Levy's son.
Yeah.
Because he would give the character like a quirky quality, and his comedic timing is off the charts.
Yeah.
And then Tucker, I want Bo Burnham.
Oh, really?
Because he's big and tall.
Okay.
He's so underrated, but he's like a wonderful talent, and I think he needs to be in more stuff. So I would put him in just for that reason.
I mean, yeah, but here's the thing: all these actors take you out of the movie because they're all superstars.
Bo Burnham's not a superstar.
No, but he's
and Dan Levy's not a superstar.
Yeah, they're very notable, like popular people.
I want their quirky style in the movie.
I know, but you might take people out of the horror movie and be like, "Oh, look who's in this."
This is my recasting out. Yours.
I know it is, but your budget is blown now. You don't have 1.5 million. You need like 20 million for all these people.
I think Dan Levy would do Specs for a small fee.
Do it for a fucking a cup of coffee.
Yeah, for a latte and a sandwich.
Yeah. Okay. Can you watch this with your parents?
Yeah.
I wrote, yeah, of course. But I mean, if they'll fucking watch it.
It's fun watching a horror movie with family.
I've seen this with my mom and it's terrifying and she's down. But your parents tend to dodge horror movies a lot. They're known for it.
Well, they always say we don't watch any. We don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't want to watch
Nothing
anything
demonic.
evil. Nothing demonic.
No
Nothing
demons.
evil.
No demons. It's like, okay.
Yeah, so they actually haven't seen this.
No, but they did watch The Conjuring.
All right, save that for the Conjuring episode.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Save it for the Conjuring
It's
episode.
such a good story.
Yeah, there's no sexuality in this movie, and like I said, it's really fun to watch a horror movie as a family. So as long as there's nobody under the age of maybe 16.
Yeah,
Because
honestly,
it is very scary. Like it's too scary for littles.
So like I have nieces. One of them's 14. The other one is 11. And
I think they're both too young still.
They are, because if they watch this, they're never sleeping again by themselves ever.
Once they're older, we're gonna have them over and we're gonna show this to them.
Yeah, I know. This is why I love showing people certain movies, especially horror movies, because you want to see their reaction to the scares that you used to get, or you may still get.
Yeah, there's a few movies we have to show our nieces once they're of age, and our kids, of course. But we're a long way away from our kids being able to watch these.
See, the beauty about showing your nieces and nephews are that you don't have to deal with the outfall.
I don't know. Our son's pretty tough,
fallout.
man. I don't think he would be afraid.
No, he would be. I showed him Jurassic Park, like one clip of the T-Rex showing up, and he fucking like ran away. He didn't want.
Yeah, but
he
he's
don't
a
wanna see
tough
it.
boy. We stayed at my parents, and we put him in the dark, huge, scary basement by himself, and he gave no fucks.
No,
He went down there and he went to sleep.
No, I went down. Stop. I went down there.
One
and
night we had to
cuddled him.
go down. The other 2
Yeah,
nights he went to
he
sleep
was-
like nothing.
No, he was exhausted. That's why he went to sleep.
Well, I'm just saying, he's a tough boy.
Okay, who's your favorite and least favorite characters?
Okay, so I'm just gonna preface this.
Okay.
I could not do supporting characters because there's like 5 fucking people in this movie.
Okay.
So who was I gonna pick as a supporting character? The fucking doctor at the hospital? Like there's or Tux or Specker or
Anybody
Specs or
outside of the
Tucker?
immediate family is considered supporting.
Well, so for favorite, I picked
Okay.
Elise.
Yeah, I put Elise as well.
Obviously, like I said earlier, she's a warm and light presence in the film,
Yeah.
and it helps break the tension.
She's wicked, man. She's fully in charge. She walks into that house. She starts looking around. She's like, she tells Specs that this is not a wiring problem in this house. Like
Yeah.
she knows what's up.
I love her, and I think that the way that her gift is portrayed is very beautiful
Yeah.
because it leaves a lot of mystery, but it shows like she has like an ethereal light around her almost.
Yeah, she's almost like she has this gift and she's got a glow and she has this connection to
she's a light
two different
presence.
worlds, and it's really, really nice.
Yeah, she's like a
Yeah,
sweet
she
person.
makes you feel safe.
Yeah, she's a sweet person while also having this supernatural ability. So she's just a very, very
Too
lovable
bad she gets
character.
fucking choked out at the end of the movie.
Yo, spoiler alert.
Well, if you're this far into the pod, like you're gonna spoil all your
The
shit.
ending is fucked.
I know. We'll get to that. Who's your least favorite?
So I picked a main character. I had to.
Okay, go.
Josh the dad.
Oh, why?
He sucks. He's an emotionally unavailable and often physically unavailable husband and father.
Yeah.
He does avoid stress. His wife says at one point, she's like, whether it's this or a parking ticket, you avoid stress. He's an avoider.
Okay.
He's vain.
I'm gonna counter
Multiple times in the movie, you see
So-
him putting face cream on. That was giving me the ick, like putting face cream around his eyes.
you. Why does that give you the
He's
ick?
pulling out gray hairs in the mirror.
Putting cream on
He's
your face
vain.
before bed
He's very vain. He's also stupid. He eats a piece of wax fruit, and then he denies that there is a ghost or demon after seeing the fucking ransacked room. You're stupid.
He's in denial.
He's a bad husband. He stays late
Oh
at
my
school,
God.
avoiding coming home to help his wife care for their 3 children, one of whom is in a coma. He is a selfish and very unlikable character in this movie.
Wow.
And it's not surprising that, spoiler alert, they're divorced in The Red Door. Rightfully so. I would divorce his selfish
you can't
ass
talk
too.
about future movies. No.
I'm just saying it's clear
No,
that this marriage is doomed because he sucks that much.
So listen, I have a counter because Lynn Shaye is our favorite, Elise, but my least favorite is Rose Byrne's character, and I'll tell you why.
How could you not like Renee?
So there's some stuff that they don't explain in this movie, okay? So for example, when they first move in the beginning of the movie, they move into that old-timey looking house, right?
Yeah.
And she says in bed, like, I really want to make this place work. I want to move on from what happened, blah, blah, blah. We don't really know why they've moved again. That creepy old house that they move in where this stuff starts happening, they don't explain what happened. What's going on with her? Did something happen with her career? Like, what is going on?
I don't think it's her. I think their marriage is struggling a little bit, and this is supposed to be a fresh start for them.
Okay, so maybe that's your thought, but he also says, I want you to focus on your music. So she's not pulling in any money. So this guy is a school teacher. School teachers make fuck all in the US, okay? So he's probably bringing in
Yeah, it's way better
maximum
in Canada.
40, 50K a year, okay? He's got 3 kids. His wife is a musician that I guess is struggling, okay? So I'm just telling you all the stressors. He moves in. He comes home from school, from work. He gives his kid something. He says, "Share it with your brother." He's playing with the baby girl. He's being a really attentive, sweet dad. And then stuff starts to happen. His wife is like, "I'm seeing shit," but we don't know what's going on. Maybe she had a mental breakdown, like at the last house. So now he's like, "Is my wife fucking losing her mind? Like, what is going on?"
So that's an excuse to avoid?
No, I'm getting to that. So he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's trying to keep his household together. His wife is freaking out while he's at work. And then all this other stuff happens where his son's in a coma now. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? That will take a toll on anybody. Anybody.
Yes, of course it would take a toll.
Yeah.
It would be horrible. But avoiding, all that does is put all the stress on Renee and expect her to keep this household running. He doesn't know what to do.
His kid's in a coma. They don't even know what to call it. His wife is fucking seeing shit. He's on the couch. This is why I don't like Rose Byrne, okay? You start seeing a fucking face, like a guy standing behind your baby's crib. And why is that baby still alone?
No, the baby's in her room
After that. No, it's not right away. It's after. Why is your husband on the couch? Why isn't everybody in the family sleeping in one fucking room after you see a person in your home and you hear a person in your fucking monitor? Everybody's got to be in the same bedroom, sleeping in the same bed. Like, nobody would do that.
Yeah,
nobody would put their husband on the couch if you're terrified. You see a fucking bloody red hand on your kid's bed and your husband's on the couch? Can I help you?
Because they're fighting because he's being a shit husband and father.
No, he's not being a shit father. He's just going through it just like her, and people deal with it. Also, once we learn his backstory about all the shit that happened with the fucking lady in the black dress, it kind of explains why he's like disconnected.
Okay.
Because
regardless,
he has trauma because of what happened when he was a kid.
He's an avoider and he's unavailable. I don't like it.
Oh,
he's my least favorite.
She's fucking complaining about everything.
All right, so we hate the husband and wife.
You're going after the guy for trying to look young? Like, what the hell?
No, the way he does it like a lady. He like taps it into his eye, gives me the ick.
Gives you the ick. Okay.
Yeah, slap it on your face. Like, a man does not put lotion on like that.
Okay.
A man doesn't usually put on lotion
Rose
at all.
Byrne's character, she's trash in this. Like, what are you doing?
I disagree. I like her a lot.
I think she's trash in this. I don't know. And they move. And they move. And they're still in separate rooms. Bitch, you saw a little boy in the house. Put everybody in the same fucking room.
She sends it to his mom's house. She sends the kids to his mom's house after that.
Listen, we're not talking about the second movie, but the second movie, the house is even scarier. The mom's house.
Yeah, the mom's house is fucking terrifying.
Terrifying.
It's old and it's haunted as shit. All right. Fuck. That got heated.
Leave Patrick Wilson alone, yeah.
Okay, so cultural impact.
Horror daddy.
Cultural impact.
Okay.
Insidious is recognized as one of the most important horror films of the 2010s. Yeah. With many critics citing it as the starting point for the modern horror era. Yeah. That includes It Follows, The Babadook, and Get Out, which are all considered top tier horror.
They are.
It's praised and credited with bringing back old school supernatural horror rather than relying on excessive gore, as was typical in the early aughts. Yeah. We see this in Hostel, Saw, and slasher remakes for Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. the blood gets a little bit out of control for a few years there.
Yep.
And this movie delved into building tension and dread and using psychological terror to inflict fear,
Yep.
accented with jump scares.
Less is more. Let your imagination fill in the void, you know, to scare the crap out of you.
Yeah, and it makes it a lot scarier in that way. And then you're not
Yeah.
seeing like basically just gratuitous violence and blood.
You mentioned that they show the red-faced demon a lot more at the end of the movie. At the beginning, they don't show you anything. You just you see Dalton looking out his window.
You hear the crackling.
You hear the crackling of his nails, and the first time you see him is when the mom's explaining, and you see the silhouette of him pointing at Dalton with his long ass nail.
Yeah, that's
Like,
really scary.
And then the face behind Patrick Wilson. That is enough. I don't need to see any more. You know, like less is more, man.
You mentioned before that it reinvigorated the haunted house tropes.
Yep.
So while featuring a possessed home, Insidious famously established that it was not the house that was haunted, but the child, putting a unique spin on a well-known motif.
Yeah.
And it's credited with making horror fun again. Like you said, like things could be very depressing in horror movies at the time.
Yeah.
So in this one,
now they're more depressing.
yeah, in this one they're utilizing jump scares. They're shifting away from the very depressing atmosphere that other horror movies of the time slipped into, and they're making it a little bit more fun and exciting. And although I did kind of talk shit about Specs and Tucker,
Yeah.
that comedic relief really helps with the tension to make it a little bit more fun.
Like Hereditary is just like watching someone go through the most terrible tragedy in their life.
Yeah, it's
while
horrible.
being haunted. It's too much, guy.
Yeah, it's not where it's at.
It's really good. That movie is so good, but it's really hard to rewatch.
I've never rewatched it. I've seen it once,
and it's scary every time you watch it. But you're like, oh my god, I forgot this scene. You're just like watching somebody bawl their eyes out for like 20 minutes, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I can't get into that.
You know, cultural impact. This movie is the birth of the Blumhouse model. I mentioned it earlier. Tiny budget, make 100 times your money. 100 times your budget. Like the Haunted House movie made a huge comeback because of this, because audience started going, you know what? I want genuine scares. I want something to be afraid of. I want to feel eerie when I'm walking to my car after the movie or walking from my car to my home. Like It Follows did when I watched that. I remember leaving my car to walk to the house, and I was looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, that's a fucking horror movie to me, where I watched Insidious in the basement by myself. I went upstairs and I looked at the back window and I pictured the fucking long-haired
it fucked with you
fiend
psychologically.
walking back and forth or staring at me through the fucking window. You know, this is what this movie did, and it's still going. It's going strong.
I agree. Let's talk about the soundtrack.
Oh my god, the soundtrack
very
is
unique.
Amazing.
It's very scary.
Amazing. Joseph Bishara.
And we have these jarring,
the soundtrack.
Yeah, we have these jarring loud piano and violin when something scary happens that makes your heart race even more and makes the jump scare even scarier. Like the movie's telling you something's terribly wrong.
Yeah.
And it just brings your heart rate up.
Yeah, you're just sitting there and you just hear like random strings on a violin just going off, and then something big happens and you hear it sounds like somebody dropped an anvil on an open piano or on a fucking violin. Just let everything go, and it's so scary.
And I've never seen anyone do that in any other movie.
I've seen it in other movies, but not this good. That's another piece of this movie. Like the soundtrack, oh my god,
perfectly done.
And it's Joseph Bishara. I'm giving him a shout out because he also plays the lipstick demon.
I did see that on some trivia online. That's
fucking
him.
crazy, man. Like this guy is the GOAT. I'm sorry. He's I'm not calling him the GOAT because he has hooves for feet, but he's actually the GOAT. He did the soundtrack. I played the soundtrack just earlier today, and I had to turn it off. I listened to about a minute and a half. I'm like, nope, no, I'm good. Thank you. You could play the soundtrack anywhere. You just sit in your car. You could be in the house. Just play the soundtrack, and you will.
It causes dread.
You will get freaked out right away.
Yeah.
Like right away. It's without question. Amazing soundtrack.
I agree.
Location.
Yes. So for me, we talked about this when we were watching it. It's the bungalow.
You like that one the
Their
best?
second house in the movie. I love how many windows it has, giving it a light and airy look. It's so cute from the outside.
That's funny.
And I associate it with a lot of joy because that's where Dalton comes out of his coma.
So
the first house was just pure depression.
So here's the thing. I put the first house as my favorite location because it's so freaky. It is the freakiest looking house ever from the outside. And then you go in, it's all that dark wood. The big door, it's one big door. It's not a front door. It's just this extra wide front door. And the staircase with the grandfather clock. Oh, and then the attic.
The upstairs, like
the attic has a furnace in the attic. Like what house has a furnace in the attic?
Even before you get into the attic, just the upstairs, there's all those doors. There's all these little hallways around like the staircase. So it's very spooky the way that house is. I love that house.
Whoever scouted and found that house, great fucking job, honestly. And the best part, like the genius of this movie is you start in the scarier home and then they move because they're like, we need to move because, also they don't buy the house, they lease it. They're renting because obviously they're not rich, so their money's all tied up probably in the other house. But the husband's like, no, we'll move. You want to move, whatever makes you feel safe. Because he's such a bad person. But they move into the bungalow, okay? The bungalow is nice and warm. It's got warmer colors, a lot of windows. It feels much safer, right?
It has the high ceilings.
Yeah.
It has a better vibe.
And which I think the genius of this movie is they go from a scary house to a nice looking house and the scares get even worse.
Yeah.
And then in the second movie, it just so happens that Patrick Wilson's mom, because they move in with her.
She lives in a terrifying
She lives in
house.
a house that's scarier than the first Insidious house.
Yeah.
When you look at the Insidious poster, it's a picture of Dalton, right? And in the background, it's the first house. Because it's so fucking creepy.
I don't know why you would pick that as your location. I like the nice
I don't know.
safe house.
I wouldn't live there. I'm just saying it's such a really good location for the movie. Like it's such a well-picked home. It's so old-timey. They don't make homes like that anymore.
I actually lived in a really old house my second year at university. It was like over 100 years old. And when we went and looked at it, like the carpet was like very busy and it had like dark wood similarly in a very small kitchen because those old homes always had small kitchens. Yeah. And living there was freaky. The basement there was very scary. There was a crawl space with a little door that sometimes would just like open on its own.
Fuck that.
It was and it was like an old house. Like that house was probably haunted.
Yeah. Some homes they're just creepy. Like the house I lived in when I went to school when I met you. That house wasn't creepy, but at nighttime, if you're by yourself, it was very scary because you could walk in from the front or the back, and it had a sunken living room.
With all those windows.
Yeah, so sometimes you'd be in the kitchen and you could see like there's this like half window, half wall thing to the sunken living room. And the corner of your eye, you're just like, you just picture somebody standing there. It's fucking, you scare the shit out of yourself.
Yeah, that house was deceptively large too. Like you would feel like a little unsafe being there by yourself. Yeah. And you were there by yourself for a whole semester.
Yeah, thug life. So who gets a spinoff?
I want to say Elise, Specs, and Tucker.
Yeah, but they kind of do already.
Yeah, basically movies 3, 4, 3 and 4 go into their backstory.
I wrote Tucker and Specs, their solo movie, just them ghost hunting.
But without Elise, it tells us in the later movies that they have no talent. Without her, they have nothing.
Maybe something like happens. Maybe they meet somebody else, a new medium or something. I thought that happened at the end of the last Insidious. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think in the last key they meet. Well, what happened was they went to meet her brother, Elise's brother.
Oh, yeah.
And he had kids, and one of the kids was a medium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she got the gift too.
So there's 5 movies that are out. Number 6 is on the way, and 1 and 3 is really good. 3 is fucking scary.
1 and 2 are the scariest, but 3 is scary.
3 is really good.
4 is not really scary.
4, it's it starts to like they're really pulling at strings now.
Yeah, they delve into Elise's backstory in that one, but it's not as good.
Okay, double feature. I put Insidious Chapter 2.
So did I.
It's the best, honestly. This and then Conjuring 1 and 2 it's one of the best 1-2 punches for a horror movie, but this one is directly after the first, which I think it's the best 1-2 horror movie sequels ever made.
Yeah, so I think if you watch Insidious 1 and 2 as one, it is better than watching Conjuring 1 and 2, but Conjuring 1 is better than Insidious 1.
Yeah, and by Conjuring 2, James Wan is fully like that's the other thing. He goes from this to Conjuring. In Conjuring, he's fully perfected his shtick.
Yeah, because Conjuring is better.
Conjuring is him making a perfect horror movie.
Yeah.
This one is his like rough draft, and it's still
it's
top
still
notch.
slaps.
And then Insidious Chapter 2 is again perfect horror. In my opinion, it's terrifying.
Well, also they delve into the bride in Insidious Chapter 2. And the bride is one of the scariest demons or ghosts.
No, the mom of the bride. Oh my God.
Don't you dare!
Fuck you. Why would you say that? No, the scene at the end where they're in the kid's room because the mom didn't want a boy, so she makes her son dress like a girl. And then the kid, like, they're in the further, right? They're looking at the mom and she's looking away, and then she slowly turns around and looks right at the camera. Get the fuck out, bro. Yeah, no thanks.
Yo, this movie's so scary, and the second one's so scary.
The second one's so scary. Remember they go into the house in the second one, and Rose Byrne's walking in the house by herself, and then she walks through the hall, and then they do that same thing where you're hunting as a viewer, and then you see a woman in a white dress sitting on the couch.
Fuck that.
And she sees it too, and then she goes around and it's not there, and then it fucking appears out of nowhere and slaps the shit out of her. Don't you dare! That's what
Yeah.
Ugh.
I can't even. The second one.
They're both amazing.
Oh, they're both great.
I also wrote, just for, Poltergeist. It's still a good movie. It still holds up. It's not as scary.
Not nearly as scary. Not nearly as good.
It's still freaky. It's more comic-y now. Even the medium is like this little woman who kind of sounds funny. She talks
to be very quiet.
Yeah.
To let the people talk to us through the screen.
Yeah,
something.
Fuck that. The scariest part of that movie to me is when they come home and I think it's the mom. She's like, "Watch this," and she puts the chair, and the spirit pulls the chair across the room. I'd be like, "Why are we here? Get your shit.
No, that's
Let's
the Conjuring.
No, it's Poltergeist. They did it in Poltergeist. She puts an X on the floor in the kitchen, and then the Poltergeist pulls the chair from one side of the kitchen to the other, and she keeps doing it, and she keeps doing it. And they're like, "Why are you here? Get your shit and get the hell out. Why are you still there?"
I'd be out of there real quick after that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Movie Alias.
No, before we go movie Alias.
Oh, yeah.
Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Oh, boy.
The red-faced demon.
Oh, you're a dick.
The bride
the lipstick demon?
Yeah,
kiss?
Yeah, the blood-faced demon.
Yeah, Darth Maul.
The bride demon.
Oh.
And the...
You're a dick.
And the guy demon that like...
Fuck you. You picked all three terrifying people? The long-haired fiend?
Yeah, the guy that comes into the room and...
Oh, no. Licks Rose Byrne?
Yeah. So, Kiss, Marry, Kill.
You know what? I don't even know, bro.
You should just marry the bride because she's already a bride.
No, I'm killing them all. I'm killing them all.
You're not gonna kiss that big guy? He wants to kiss Rose Byrne and you.
Listen, I'll marry the long-haired fiend. Okay. Just because, honestly, seems like...
He's the least scary of those three.
Listen, it's the least worst choice. Okay? We don't really have a backstory on this guy. He just wears a leather coat, and he just walks back and forth. So we'll go, the long-haired fiend is married, and then I'm going to kill the bride. The demon, I'll kiss.
Because he got the lipstick?
Lipstick, Darth Maul face, yeah. I don't, like, which one? They're all trash. They're all trash. You literally said to me, "Do you want the rat poison? Do you want the skunk poison? Or do you want like the snake poison? Which one do you want?" And I'm like, let me see. I think I'll take all three. You're a dick. You couldn't even give me like anybody.
I was gonna put
Tucker or Specs.
I was gonna put Specs in there, but it was better to not.
You picked all three trash. You know what? You didn't even pick anybody in the further, like one of those other people, like that crazy smiling family.
What, are you going to put the whole Smiling family? None of them have names.
That's true. The one that kills everyone with the shotgun.
Oh, fucked up, man.
Okay, Lazy Sunday vibes. You fucking asshole.
No, it's way too scary.
I wrote no, but maybe Sunday evening, you know?
Stop trying to make everything a Lazy Sunday movie. This is not.
No, but
This is a Saturday night. We want to be scared the shit out of us.
Sure.
That's what this is.
All right.
Stop making everything a Lazy Sunday movie.
Don't you dare!
Don't you dare!
Make it a Lazy Sunday movie. Movie Alias. This was tough because the title is amazing.
So I chose The Further, like just
I
out of my
wrote
mind.
The Further too.
And then I looked online and that was almost the name of this.
Yeah, and I'm glad it isn't. Insidious is fucking so good.
The Further would have been fine.
No, Insidious is terrifying. It's so freaky. Like it's the perfect title for this movie. I couldn't even think of another title. I wrote Harm.
I wrote Fireface.
Or Harmful. Fireface.
Yeah, because somebody says he has fire on his face. I think Dalton might have said that.
When he's the man with fire in his face.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because that's a lot scarier than lipstick face.
They could have called it Dalton.
Yeah, but it's not really about Dalton. It's really about Dalton's coma's effect on the family.
Yeah, that's true. Poor kid gets a shaft.
Yeah.
Okay, best performance.
So I'm gonna pick Elise.
Okay.
Like I've said, she brings a levity to the movie in a way that really works. She portrays someone with a supernatural gift in a unique and believable way.
Yeah.
And as a viewer, I feel relieved when she enters the movie because she is the first one that gives us a solution to Dalton's coma.
Yeah.
So we immediately cling to her because she's finally bringing a solution.
That's a good pick. It was tough for me because there was a couple of, everybody does a really good job in this movie. But I had to go with the fucking Darth Maul face demon. That guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, Joseph Bishara, the guy did the soundtrack and he plays the demon. Like you double fisting here. Like this guy is killing it. Like
yeah, I
you
could
made
see that,
one of
but
the most iconic scary soundtracks for a film ever, and you scared the living shit out of me when I was on my laptop because you're standing behind Patrick Wilson and you're just
yeah,
like,
but it's the makeup and effects that make him scary. It's not necessarily the performance because like Renee also gives a great performance in this film.
Yeah, Rose Byrne was my second, even though like she's my least favorite character. I think she's a terrible mom in this. I don't think she's a very good mom. Why is your baby alone? You heard
she's napping.
Listen, you heard a voice on the monitor, and then you went upstairs, and you think you saw a shadow behind the door, the nursery. Like, why? Also, why does your fucking crib have so much shit in it? You trying to smother your baby?
I know that is not safe sleep at all. It has bumpers, it has a pillow, and it has a blanket.
You put your husband.
That baby is clearly under 1 year old.
You put your husband on the couch when your house is fucking haunted? Excuse me? The alarm's going off?
Stop going off about Renee. She gives a great performance in this film.
She does.
She's the one who is terrorized the most.
She looks really scared.
Yeah, she's the one who's terrorized the most by the ghost, and and her facial expressions convey fear and terror so well. Yeah. And her performance is what makes the movie so spooky.
I give it to Darth Maul face. Joseph Bishara is just goated for this. Soundtrack, Darth Maul face, like filing nails.
Let's move on to our favorite segment, shower thoughts.
Okay. Well, we call this further thoughts.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, so my question earlier, and maybe you can give some insight on this. Why did Rose Byrne and Patrick Wilson move into the first creepy house when stuff started happening? She mentions wanting to start fresh. Like, what happened? What do you think happened?
So what I'm gathering, because they are divorced in the Red Door sequel.
Yeah.
I think that they were having some marital issues. They're having some problems, maybe with him being distant, maybe with her career floundering.
Okay.
Maybe they were having money problems. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But I think they were having some kind of marital dysfunction, and they were like, listen, let's move to this new place. We'll take the kids to a new town, whatever, or a new area, and it'll be a fresh start for us.
Okay. Yeah, I I couldn't think of anything, but honestly, just based on what I saw, I think maybe she's having career troubles.
Yeah, it seemed like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anybody cheated or anything. It didn't
No,
seem
I don't
like
think that
anything like
happened. I
that.
think they never really delve into that at all. Like the movie,
Because it's not important. The
I
fact
mean,
is that they
it's
moved.
kind of unanswerable question,
Yeah, but the fact is that they moved, and
Yeah.
this is where we are now.
Okay.
This film was shot in just 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Which is crazy.
Saw was filmed in like I think a week or two. The original.
That's crazy.
That's how you keep the budget low.
Movies take a few months. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that would be how you keep the budget low. But yeah, there really are only 2 locations.
Yeah.
There's, a couple shots in a hospital, a couple shots of him in the school, but it's the 2 homes, and there's really not really any other locations. So I could see how it could be a short filmed movie.
Yeah, quickly filmed for sure.
Yeah.
Little Easter egg here. The scene where Josh is telling his class, dismissing the class, and they're walking towards the chalkboard. You can clearly see the drawing of Billy the puppet from Jigsaw in the corner of the chalkboard.
Yeah.
It's just a little nod to fans of Saw, fans of James Wan and Leigh Whannell, who made that franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just above the drawing, you see the name Leslie Borchard. She's the one who's in charge of makeup for this movie. So shout out to her, because the demon Darth Maul face, fucking top notch.
Yeah, very scary.
And the bride. The bride, oh my god.
Oh, the bride's fucking
I just mentioned here, the lady in the black dress is low-key the most scary character in this.
Yeah.
Especially when Lorraine's showing, not Lorraine. Lorraine, the Patrick Wilson's mom, is fucking handing him those pictures of the childhood photos. Oh my god. That shit is terrifying.
You were terrified of an old woman who you said used to come visit you at night. I dismissed your stories. I told you to grow up. And then I saw her for myself. At first, I thought it was a camera problem. And then I saw her again. In each photo, she got closer. And closer. And closer to you.
Just one by one. Ugh. Like every time I think about it, I get the ick. Like I get freaked out.
Like back then you had to go and get film.
Yeah. You
had to go get it. What's it called?
You gotta get film developed.
Yeah, you'd have to get film developed back then.
Yeah.
So imagine dropping off your film and then picking it up and being like, this was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this fucking woman is in the background watching my son.
Yeah, and then another one.
Reaching for my son.
And then another one and another one. Oh, like that's why I like
well,
that.
That's why she reached out to Elise.
And then just showing her face in the opening sequence before the credits roll. Like before the credits, you just see the zoom in of the silhouette in the kitchen window. Oh my goodness.
She never truly went away. She's always been watching him.
Yeah, it's really like just the thought of that as a parent. I just want to shit myself. I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shout out to Rose Byrne. She's so underrated. She's so beautiful and she has so much range.
Yeah.
She was in Bridesmaids. She was in Get Him to the Greek. She was in this movie. She was in Neighbors. Wildly different characters in every movie. Like sometimes you see actors and they play the same character in every movie.
I think she's brave. She takes
so
different roles. She's like, I'll do that. Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Yeah, her character in Get Him to the Greek is completely opposite of her character in Bridesmaids. Completely different from her character in Neighbors.
The funny thing is she did
Neighbors.
these 2 movies and she's not pigeonholed as like a scream queen,
She's not. Yeah, I think she does more comedy than anything else.
Yeah.
But she's so underrated. And I really like that her and Dalton have matching pajamas on in the opening scene.
That's really cute.
It is really cute because it's like they're probably like leftover Christmas pajamas or something.
Can we talk about the long-haired fiend one more time? This guy had some of the best scares in the movie in the beginning. Like, this is what I love about this movie. The build-up to each scare, it takes its sweet time. Like, the first day, the books are on the floor. And then the second day, So, like, you know, the night they go to sleep, nothing happens. You hear the crickling outside. Like, you don't see stuff yet. And then the monitor, you hear the voice in the monitor. She goes upstairs, nothing's going on. Then the next day you see the shadow of like, and then that one scene, and I pointed this out to you when we're still at the first house. Rose Byrne wakes up from a nightmare and it's like 1:50 in the morning and the camera's on her as she's panting for 30 seconds straight. You don't see anything. It doesn't cut away. It's just her. It's a close up of her. It's quiet. And you're just like, what's going on? And then you start hearing footsteps and it cuts to the window to her right. And you see the fucking long haired fiend walking back and forth. And the camera's slowly zooming into her face as she's like slowly getting scared.
Josh.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah. And then James Wan, fucking genius. Long haired fiend walks left. Long haired fiend walks right.
Josh. Josh.
And then when he walks left again, he's inside the room.
Inside the fucking room.
Ugh. The first time I watched that, I think that scared me more than the demon face reveal.
When we were watching that this time,
Yeah.
that fucking happens. She screams, and then our baby started crying.
Oh yeah, in IRL.
And we were both like,
our baby in the baby monitor, like actual IRL baby, was crying right at that scene.
She started crying right at that scene. So I get up to go comfort her, and it's pitch black in the baby's room, and the closet is just open and pitch black inside. And I was like, ooh, because I had just gotten so scared by the long-haired fiend.
Yeah.
And then our baby was like, come and save me.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
Such bad timing.
Yeah, that scene, like, just the patience it takes to not like blow your wad right away, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, this is what horror movies, they don't do anymore. They don't take their time. Now they do. Sorry, they didn't for a lot of years. It was just boom, bullshit jump scare. Now it takes its sweet time.
Yeah,
really
it does take its time.
Yeah.
I want to know the backstory of the smiling family in the living room and what happened.
I mean,
They ended up shot by a shotgun, but like we see little glimpses. I want to know the whole story. What the fuck happened?
It sounds
there?
like, well, just looking at it, it looks like they're fake happy. Like it's a bunch of people that are living for other people. They're not really happy. They're miserable, and one of them's the most miserable, and she just grabs a shotgun and blows everybody away.
And why are they in that house? Did they really live in that house, or just in the further everybody's in that house because they're trying to get to Dalton?
Yeah, I think the further is like a dream, almost like a dream state, and people are just roaming. Because in the second movie,
do you think it's limbo?
Yeah, it's kind of like in between, which is really scary to think about. But in the second movie, you see Patrick Wilson in the further, and he walks into something. Like there's a character like in the further that he runs into.
Yeah,
and it's just fucking terrifying. Like he's just walking around.
It could be like purgatory.
Yeah,
honestly, it's hard to say what the further is. It's very it's open to interpretation. Although this is the first Insidious film,
yeah,
the subsequent sequels go back in time because of the Elise character. So this is actually technically the third film in the chronology.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because the third movie was before this, and the Last Key was before this.
Yeah, that's true.
So this was actually number 3, and then Insidious 2 was number 4.
One thing I really appreciate about this movie and Insidious Chapter 2, James Wan really thought about little details about the time, like because in the further, time isn't it's in a thing, so you can be at any time in the further, and you know when in Insidious 1 where he wakes up, the alarm goes off and the front doors open multiple times,
horrifying.
Yeah, in the second movie, it's Patrick Wilson that opens the door and the alarm's going off. Because he's trying to get into the house.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's just little details. You're like, who the fuck is opening the door? You're terrified, right? He grabs the fire poker, but then in the second movie, it's him. He's in the further. He's trying to I think he's trying to find his way back.
He's trying to let his wife know that he's trapped.
Yeah. But yeah, one thing I mentioned, the scene where Renee is spooked in the attic in the first house, it mirrors the tension of the iconic attic scene in The Exorcist. There's a little bit of a homage to that. And then also in Poltergeist, the scene where Specs puts a raw steak on his face after being injured is a direct reference to the hallucination scene in Poltergeist. Just a little homage there, which is really nice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's quite a few Easter eggs. I mean, the Saw ones.
Yeah. So what is that little boy ghost? Renee says when she got up close, he wasn't a boy.
Yeah, it looked like a little man.
What was he? What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe a little man.
He did look like he had an old man face. Yeah. But what was he? Was he a demon?
They're just spirits that don't go to the next level.
Right, but
They're
was
just
he
kind of roaming.
Was he the spirit of a little boy, or was he some kind of
I don't
creepy?
know. Whatever it was, he liked fucking Tiny Tim, and it was terrifying. I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
of
it was pretty scary.
It was scary. The laugh when he's running across the room.
Ooh, I'm getting freaked out. Don't talk about it.
Yeah, like all in all, this movie, I think, just every little detail about it. You have multiple scary characters. You got the bride. You got the long-haired fiend. You got the little boy. There's all these little characters in it of the demonic characters, and they're all top-notch scary. It's almost like James Wan had ideas for multiple characters, or Leigh Whannell as well. They had multiple ideas for, let's make a movie about the bride in a black dress. Let's make a movie about this. Then he's just like, let's put them all together and just terrify everybody.
Well, the funny thing about the bride is, although she is a demon being played by a man, it wasn't until they started working on the sequel that they decided the character was actually a man dressed as a woman.
Yeah, it was a man like playing the bride.
Yeah,
it was a
man playing a bride, but they didn't have the backstory of him being a cross-dresser until later.
Yeah, let's talk about the ending. Want to talk about the ending?
Yeah, so the ending, Josh is trying to get back to his body from the further. He sends Dalton. They have to split up because they have to go back to their respective bodies.
Yeah.
And he pauses to talk to the bride and ask, "Why are you trying to?
Yeah.
Why won't you leave me alone?"
Here? He's like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, like, why won't you leave me alone? Leave me alone. Get away from me. Get away from my family. And the bride just smiles because she's now close enough. He has finally gone back to astral projecting, and she was so close before that she now has this chance to take him and take over his body. And she goes into his body.
Yeah.
And he's talking to Elise, and he passes Elise some pictures, and she looks at his hand, and she sees the bride's hand.
Yeah.
And then she takes a picture of him.
Yeah.
And she knows.
Freaks out.
He freaks out.
Why would you do that? You know I don't like getting photos taken of me. Like, ugh. Patrick Wilson's so mellow the whole movie. And then right at that end, he's like, the rage comes out. It's really unsettling because he's a pretty chill dad.
Well, he murders her.
Why did you do that? Why would you do that to me when you know how I feel about that? Why? Why?
No, you're not tired. In fact, you're never going to sleep again. You have to stay awake for the rest of your life with me.
No, I know, but his reaction is very unsettling. You're like, something's not right with this guy. And then he chokes her to death.
Yeah.
Like, poor Elise. She gets fucking rocked.
And then Renee picks up the camera, sees the picture, and then Patrick Wilson touches her shoulder, and she's like, but then in the second movie, she doesn't know.
No,
so it's kind of weird.
Here's the thing. My only gripe with the ending, I think the ending is amazing. It's the nice
it's really scary.
Cherry on the sundae to a fucking wicked horror movie. Because you're like, a lot of movies try to do a little jump scare at the end or a fake one.
Yeah.
But this really, really did it well. What I wish they didn't do was they show like a little quick flashback as to what Elise saw. Right? And she looks at the camera and it's a picture of the bride.
Yeah, it's scary.
They shouldn't have shown us that.
But it's scary.
No, it's scarier if she touches the hand, sees something weird, takes the picture, and then he freaks out, chokes her, and then they come and see what's going on. And then she sees the dead Elise, Rose Byrne sees Elise dead. And then you hear Patrick go, honey, or whatever. And then it just cuts to her turning around, and it goes black.
Renee, I'm right here.
You don't know what's happening. You're like, what happened? What happened? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then people are like, what happened? Did the bride take over? The bride took over. For sure, the bride took over.
Yeah, but people wouldn't realize that, and they'd be like, why did Patrick Wilson kill
They
Elise?
would have,
They're
because of that
explaining
scene.
that it wasn't
no,
him.
but he looks in the mirror, right? They would have, like, we're not stupid. The audience isn't stupid. And then the second movie, they move into Lorraine's house, and her husband is acting off, but not enough for her to notice. And then things start happening. Oh man, I want to watch the second one right now.
Yeah, the second one is so good. The beginning of the second one is so good.
Everything about it is good.
Everything is really good.
Yeah. So, does this movie hit different as a parent?
1,000,000%.
Yeah,
1,000,000%.
It does.
So the scene where they're told that Dalton is in a coma is every parent's worst nightmare.
Yep.
It's absolutely horrifying. And as a parent, you obviously put yourself in a situation where you would be going through that.
Oh my God.
It's unfathomable.
I forgot that kid's in the coma for 3 months. It's fucked.
That's my worst fucking nightmare.
That would just destroy, like, I you know what, the one thing I'm like, oh, it's not really realistic, but I don't know. I've never been through that. I don't want to ever be through that, but 3 months and they're, Rose Byrne looks the same. She doesn't look, if something like that happened, I would be just at the bottom of a bottle.
No, she looks frazzled. Her hair is all messed up. Like, she looks like she's going through it.
I don't even know what I would do. I'd be just a complete mess. I don't think I'd be working. There's no way. Like, you'd be a train wreck. Also,
yeah, but that's what he said.
Happened?
He said, who do you think is going to pay for Dalton's medical bills?
Yeah, I know. But nothing happened for 3 months? The guy was in a coma? Nothing happened.
Well, because the doctor said, like, he's not brain damaged. Like, he's not actually even in a coma.
Demonic style. Like, nothing happened. It was quiet. And then all of a sudden, shit starts happening again after 3 months. Also, the scene where the nurse is explaining, like, how to put the pipe in the kid's nose and replace it and stuff like that. Like, that whole scene, it's a minute or 2 minutes long. And, like, that is every parent's worst nightmare. Having to listen to a nurse explain that to you or something worse. That is every parent's nightmare.
It
and
is.
I felt so bad for his little brother. He won an award at school, but he's like...
I know, he gets neglected.
No, he didn't show his parents because he's like, they're sad. Like, I don't want to show them
but he's also being a bit neglected. Like, he has a baby sibling and a sibling in a coma. Like, how much time is going to be left for foster? Almost none.
Yeah, well... Yeah, like I said, this movie, it fucking hits different as a parent. Like, everything, the morning sequence when they're getting ready for school, I'm like, yo, this is too real. The baby crying, the fear of something happening to your baby in their crib, like in their room, the monitor, something crazy happening to the monitor, people breaking into your home. Like, there's so many things that as a parent, like, you protect your kid, you wish safety for your kids. This movie really just knocks on all those, it rings all those bells, and you're just like, ugh, no. It's really fucked.
On a slightly lighter note, it's also just like very relatable. Like Renee telling Josh, oh, the baby wouldn't nap properly, so I couldn't get anything done. Like that
sounds too familiar.
I say that to you all the time.
I know.
I'd be like, oh, she didn't nap properly today, and I was gonna, clean this when she was napping, or I was gonna do that while she was napping.
You tell me every night. Right,
we were gonna go.
I put my eye cream on.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, we were like, it's like we were gonna go to the grocery store, but her naps were messed up, so I couldn't actually end up leaving the house. So I was gonna do this, was gonna do that. Yeah. And then also her asking Josh if he's taking the boys to school in the morning, and he's like, I can't. That's me and you. Yeah. Someone's like, can you please just take him to daycare? And you're like, I can't, I'm gonna be late for work.
Yeah, can't do it. Sorry. Eating plastic apples in the morning.
You would never. It was a wax apple.
Whatever.
But you're not an idiot like him.
He's not an idiot.
He's a fucking idiot.
Oh my God. You're too much.
Anyway.
Also, little shout out. Patrick Wilson, he does a remix to Al Pacino Godfather Part 3 quote. When he pulls the white hair out of his thing.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Which I really appreciated. Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, this movie is amazing. It's terrifying. If you want to shit your pants even more, watch it as a parent. If you've seen it before having kids, then watch it now. Especially if you're a parent of some young, small children or even a baby. You will probably turn the movie off because...
No, it's still really good and really scary,
terrifying.
But it does tap into an even deeper fear as a parent. So you have to really be prepared for that going in.
Yeah. You got long-haired fiend. You got Darth Maul taking your kid, and then he's in a coma for 3 months. Oof. Fuck that.
I know, and he's scared when he's
Yeah.
talking to them through Elise.
Yeah, one
He's
thing I
scared.
noticed too, when the long-haired fiend is standing behind the baby's crib, behind the veil, the baby's standing up opposite, like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, I felt so bad for that little
Poor
baby.
little Callie.
Yeah. Also, that monitor, if they had a video monitor, oh, I don't even want to know what they would see.
I don't want to know either.
Yeah. I want it. I want it now.
Okay, how many gas masks out of 10 do you give this movie?
Gas masks?
Because she puts on that gas mask and she's talking to Specs.
I give this movie fucking 10 out of 10 gas masks.
10. Oh.
10 out of 10. It's still, you will shit your pants watching this. I don't care who you are.
I give it 8 out of 10. It's really good, but it's not a 10 out of 10 for me.
10. I give it a 10. I love this movie. The
Eight
soundtrack,
gas masks out of 10.
the sound, the characters, the story is just so, like, it's super relatable and it's low budget, and it started off a whole chain of fucking epic horror movies. Like, this is the base recipe, man. This was it. This movie slaps so hard.
I agree.
And I don't care who you are. I don't care how, I don't believe in demons. I don't believe in ghosts, blah, blah, blah. Sit down, put this fucking movie on. Don't turn the volume down when scary stuff is about to start. Leave the fucking volume. Because my brother used to do that. We'd watch scary movies and you just see him like tapping the volume and you just see the volume meter going down. And then the jump scare would happen. And he's like, this movie isn't scary. I'm like, fucking leave the movie. That's like, audio is 50% of the experience.
It's true. And it's very, very important in this movie.
Yeah. And it's even just the soundtrack. Like, it's amazing. This movie's phenomenal and it'll scare anybody. And we're showing this to your parents.
All right. Well, you can convince them to
fucking
watch
showing
it.
this to your parents.
All right, everybody. That was Insidious. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a beloved movie to us, and it always gets the job done if you want to be freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit freaked out after just talking about it.
Exactly.
But please follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. Please find us on Instagram as well. Just a
shameless plug here. No problem.
Please find us on Instagram at Take Two Pod with Mom and Dad and follow us there as well. I'm thinking of starting posting like little hints about what the next podcast is going to be.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like a fun little thing that you can follow along and comment on. And leave us comments if there's a specific movie you want to hear about, or if there's...
You can leave a comment, you can send us an email.
Yep, if there's anything that you want us to talk about specifically, or if you want to pitch an idea for a unique episode, definitely leave us that comment, and we'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Catch you on the flip-flop.
I want it. I want it. No!